I'm a mathematics professor at a university. I've been teaching math for over 20 years, and here's my best advice for you to do better in your math classes. The most important piece of advice I can give you is to make lots of mistakes. There are so many people that are afraid of math. They're afraid of doing math because they're afraid of making mistakes. And what they do not realize is that making mistakes is part of the process, of the learning process of mathematics. It is very important to try things out and make mistakes and then stop and realize, try to think like what happened, what went wrong, and understand what is the cause of that mistake and what makes things go wrong if I do that. Once you do that, you are really learning and you're actually making connections in your head that will allow you to make those mistakes less often in more important situations like exams. Something that many people say is that math is not a spectator sport, and for a good reason, because to learn math, you have to do math. It's not enough to go to lecture, to watch online videos, to read books. It doesn't matter how many examples you read through, how many proofs you read, you have to try to do it yourself. When you do it yourself is when those connections happen. When you try to write a proof yourself and try to think how this actually works, that's when the deep learning happens. That's when you are actually understanding how everything is put together, and is actually really satisfying, but it's necessary that you do that work yourself. And after you've been working on a problem for a while, you've made a bunch of mistakes, you've done a lot of practice yourself, but you're still not getting it, not quite there, or maybe you have a solution, but you think there might be a better solution out there, go and ask for help. There are so many of us that want to help you, your instructor, your teaching assistant. There may be tutoring in your institution. Other people in your class might be able to help. Other people online in forums like Math Stack Exchange, you can ask questions and many people are there who can help you. Not so much ChatGPT. Try to ask help from a person because they can give you an insight of someone that has struggled with that material, and they might have a new point of view of thinking about things that really might help you take the next step towards a fuller understanding of the material. And if at all possible, try to do math with other people. Doing math is actually a great social activity because it's really fun to try to figure out a hard problem together and think about it and talk about it. Or if you've already solved it, explaining a solution to somebody else can help you a lot to solidify your own knowledge and make your own thinking process organized and more concise of like how you think about the solution to a problem. And last, I'll recommend that you actually read the book that the professor has suggested for the class. I can't tell you how many students, for example, in calculus, they never open the calculus book and they're missing out. There are so many examples that are worked out there. There is so many theorems, remarks that can really help you understand the material much better. And in fact, don't read just the one book that the professor recommended. Ask for other references, ask for other books, because every book has different, approaches to the subject. And some books are drier than others. And some books you'll find that, oh, I really like this style a lot better than that other book. And it might really help you understand the material a lot better if you have the right book or the right set of notes to read from.